Hey everybody, this is Troy W. Hudson, and I've decided to do kind of a behind-the-scenes video for the latest story I'm working on for Bible Pathway Adventures called Esther, the Chosen Bride. And it's written by Pip Reed, and a wonderful story. I can't wait to get into it. And the illustrations that are inspiring me today, as they always do, the wonderful drawings of Thomas Barnett. And so here's a shout out to Sophie and to Liam. This one's dedicated to you guys. So what I get is the script, and I've opened it up, and I get two things. I get the script, and I get a brief, which essentially is a pronunciation guide for any of the more complicated words. And I've got a link here to the blueletterbible.org site, and this essentially is what I have to try to recreate.
Strong's H325. Ahashverosh. Ahashverosh.
Thank you. Ahashverosh. Akashverosh.
Strong's H325. Ahashverosh.
Ahashverosh. Ahashverosh. I'm not really going to be able to do the h sound and make it flow. So Ahashverosh. Ahashverosh. So, Hebrew. There's your lesson for today. I knew I was missing something. Coffee. Isn't that a nice mug? Isn't that a nice mug? It's going to help me. Yeah. I have coffee. I have water. I have throat lozenges if I need them. I can see. It's time to tell a story. And that's the test. I have water. I have throat lozenges if I need them. I can see. It's time to tell a story. Okay, so that was the test. You thought I was just messing around. That was actually a test. It's more entertaining if I do that than go test 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here we go. The Chosen Bride, Part 1. And who knows whether you have not come to the kingdom for such a time as this? I'll do that again. And who knows whether you have not come to the kingdom for such a time as... And who knows whether you have not come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Esther 4:14. I don't redo every line 3 or 4 times, but that gives you an idea. Long ago in the kingdom of Persia, there lived a rich and mighty king named Ahashverosh. 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 I'm going to double check that.
Ahashverosh.
I had it right.
Ahashverosh.
Long ago in the kingdom of Persia, there lived a rich and mighty king named Ahashverosh. His kingdom was so big that it stretched from India all the way to Ethiopia. Ahashverosh was the greatest king in the world. Since the king... For each paragraph, I need to pause 1 second, and I build that into the editing, but I'm going to just go ahead and flow through. Since the king was so powerful, he could do whatever he pleased. In the 3rd year of his reign, he held a party at his palace in Shushan, the capital city. He invited the princes and leaders of Persia to join him. The princes were excited. They had heard all about the king's wonderful parties. They jumped on horses and raced to Shushan to eat and drink with the king. Party, party. That's what they're doing. The king wanted to show everyone his great wealth. He gave the princes delicious food to eat, the best places to sleep, and the most fun they had ever had. The musicians played their instruments, and everyone sang and danced and drank from cups covered in precious jewels. But did they have a coffee mug like this? No jewels, but it's full of coffee. On the 7th day of the party, 7 days, just stay on the story, here we go. On the 7th day of the party, when the king was drunk, he sent a message to his beautiful wife, Queen Vashti. Come and see me and wear your royal crown. He's, a bit intoxicated, so that's kind of where that's coming from. I'll do that again. "Come and see me, and wear your royal crown," he said. Queen Vashti refused to see the king. "No," she said. "This is not right. I will not go." The king flew into a terrible rage. "How shall I punish the queen for disobeying me?" he shouted. The king's wise men had an idea. If other women hear that the king's wise men had an idea. If other women hear what the queen has done, they might treat their husbands badly, they said. "Send her away and find another queen to help you rule the kingdom." That's a scary face. And the king did just that. When Mordecai heard the king was looking for a queen, he took his beautiful young cousin to the palace. Her name was Hadassah, but everyone called her Esther. Mordecai placed Esther in the care of Hegai, the man that... I'm going to verify the pronunciation of that name.
Strong's H, 1896. Hegai. Hegai.
Hegai. Hegai. I'm glad I asked. Mordecai placed Esther in the care of Hegai. Hegai. Mordecai placed Esther in the care of Hegai, the man the king had chosen to take care of the girls. Before leaving the palace, Mordecai gave her special instructions. No matter what happens, do not tell people you are a Hebrew or who I am, he said. Esther nodded. I promise you that I will not say a word. That's always the quandary I have when I'm doing a female voice, unless it's a grating, obnoxious kind of evil villain woman. For Esther, it's a question of, I don't want to do a falsetto or a feminine thing because I can't really do that. But I just go kind of a softer, gentler tone. Esther nodded. I promise you that I will not say a word. So just the gentle, feminine side. What side was that? The feminine side. Okay, so moving on. King Ahasuerus couldn't rule the kingdom of Persia all by himself. He chose a man named Haman to help him make important decisions. Every person in the kingdom must bow down to Haman and do what he says, declared the king. Haman was cruel and merciless and full of pride. Whenever he walked past the king's gate in Shushan, everyone bowed down before him. Everyone, that is, except for Mordecai. I am a Hebrew. I only bow down to Yah, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he said. Haman was a descendant of the Amalekites, the Hebrews' ancient enemies. He decided that day to kill Mordecai. If this man will not bow down before me, I will destroy him and all the Hebrews in the kingdom, he said. Next, that's kind of scared me. I better back that off. No, I'm going to go for it. More coming later.